This is a quick overview of the Mooer GE200 stomp pedal. Lots of different sounds, lots of great features. Check it out.
Get a long cable, no wall work, always a plus. What I love about it right off the bat is this big screen. This screen is massive. It's nice and easy to see. Okay, and turning it on, you can see how nice and easy it is to read the screen. I'm sure you've seen pictures, but this is the real deal here. Lit up. The buttons are nice and heavy duty buttons. The whole thing seems very well made. The box was heavy. That was the first thing I noticed. Was, my goodness, this has got some weight to it. Real heavy duty knobs here. My only suggestion would have been shorter knobs. They stick up a little bit. I'm always concerned about things that stick out a lot, getting knocked off when you're out gigging or going back and forth. You can see some of the things going on here. If you're going into tuner mode, you're just hitting these two guys and going into tuner mode. There's your tuner. It is chromatic, easy to use. When you go to change a preset, and there's some videos about this, you just go into whatever you want. Maybe it's in a distortion mode here, and then you can edit, and how you do that is you just select around and highlight it, and off you go. So you can see here you've got the tube, and you can change to different distortions. There's a good bit of them to choose from. What are we, around the 20 different distortion pedals to choose from. As far as amps go, a ton of amps to choose from. What are we up to? I'm sure there's a list somewhere, but 50 some different amplifiers to choose from. Easy to pick, easy to come around here and choose. You can see this big screen. I just can't go on enough about how nice it is to have a big screen on there. Going into this play mode is where how you get back to home base. There's a system mode where you can change different things as well. Control tap, how you want to set that up. Here's your chain where you can change how everything's all set up. As far as inputs and outputs, on the back here, I'm sure you've seen pictures, but here's a closer shot. Auxiliary, expression pedal, your input, stereo out or mono, headphones, USB, so on. What I would suggest for manufacturers is label the guitar input with something here so I can see it from here, rather than having to flip it all over all the time and remember which one was my guitar going into, for instance. I'd like to see something different there. Or the same thing with the output. If I'm going to a gig and I want to connect out, it'd just be nice to have some little designation that I can see from here rather than having to flip it over and see. But I find that on most pedals. Not all, but most pedals have that issue. The pedal itself seems to be made of metal as well. This is built like a tank, to be honest with you. It's very well built. No complaints there whatsoever. Let's check out some sounds. Okay, now we've got this guy set up USB into my Mac, and as you can see here, the Mac recognizes it, and quickly, I might add, there was no issues. Didn't even have to reboot the program I'm using, which is Logic. So we're going to lay down a couple tracks just to give you some audio examples. Our contestants for audio is going to be this Peavey Bass 5-string grind. We're going to use a Eric Clapton Strat. We're going to use a Hot Rod Fender Tele, and we're going to use a Gibson Gold Top. Okay, so we are using the first program minus the chorus that was already on there with our trusty Tele going direct in. Going to lay down our first track. Let you check that out. Okay, we're going to do something a little different on this one. I'm going to record something a little dirty and a little different pattern so you can get the gist of that. This is with that Stratocaster. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take that tone, move it down, and riff over top of it a little bit. Okay, it gives you a little bit of an idea of the two together and the tone of the Strat on its own. So we're going to now pull him off and bring the Strat back in. We'll label these for you. Strat, here's our Tele, and we're going to bring in the Les Paul for those of you who got to hear it with humbuckers. Alright, here we are with the Les Paul and plugged in, ready to rock. We're going to do this, some of the same riffing so you can hear the difference between the Les Paul and the Strat. Same tone. So there's your Les Paul tone. As you can hear, the delays are nice. Okay, some basic sounds on the pedal. It's that Les Paul going into the sweetie setting with the 808 we used. As far as different distortion pedals, there's your amps. Let's see what we're on. US Twin. There's our cab distortion pedal. We can dial back the distortion a good bit. I'm on the lead pickup, obsessive. So just some basic ideas here. Different stuff you have. As far as amplifiers, just take off the distortion. Amplifiers. Jazz 120. We've got the great gain cranked up on a jazz box. Let's bring that down some. Get some more volume here. We need some gain to get some volume. Switch to my rhythm pickup. That's a little idea of what you got on this guy. You can see all the different presets that you can jump into, EQ, different mods on there. Different delays, you know, you got just a lot of options. Reverbs, a ton of those to choose from. Then you get a rhythm. I haven't messed with that at all, but it's kind of handy if you just want to jam around a little bit. So easy enough to use. We're going to try an amplifier setting. Here's our amp, and there's our cab. What we're going to do is raise up the level of the bass guitar so you can hear it more pronounced over the other instruments. Okay, we're going to lay down a bass track on this. idea. Not a whole lot of bass settings. You could obviously tweak the EQ, tweak the cab, tweak the mic, all that kind of fun stuff, and so on, but it would be nice to see some more bass settings. Alright, a quick demo here of the amplifier, of the acoustic. We're going to use the acoustic amplifier. Gonna bring that down. We're going to jump over to the cab. There's our cab, and let you hear some acoustic guitar. Guitar if you've got a little spot in a song or a quick song or two. No sense bringing an acoustic. Bang, hit the acoustic setting and knock it out. Nice sounding delays. Okay, some pitch shift stuff here. This is down an octave, 50-50 mix. Take it all the way up. You can just hear the affected note. Okay, let's imagine a setting that you were going to play something in a key and all of a sudden the singer wants to drop down, you know, 3. So you could just use this pitch shifter and do your thing. You've got 100% max. Here we are with going up. Let's just go up 3 just for kicks. I'm going to play the... So, if you wanted to do some harmony stuff, let's go up a 5th and knock it over. Whoa! Bring that in around 50. As an example, I don't do an awful lot of the pitch shift myself, but I just want to give you an idea of what it has in there. Here's some examples. Switched over to a Telecaster. Now if I take off it's all amp actually. So we could come over here and change our amp. See the different amps we have here. I wanted to take it to a couple of different ones that are a little cleaner. Some folks were asking for some cleaner tones. Here we go. There's your crank up the master.
Telecaster. Put our gain up. You could come over here to the distortion and add something. We're straight dry now. Modulations, let's see. Different settings we have. Effects. Bunch of wahs. What I've done here is set up a little amp with a quick delay, a little bit of reverb. Come over here and here's my cab, 212 twin, and threw some compression on just to give you a stuff. Idea of what she's going to sound like there.